Hi everybody, I'm Deb. I figured why don't we do a little vlog here. It may not last too long, but it's beginning, and I have papers here. I'm going to read from them, but I'm going to read, not read the whole thing. I'm going to read the examples. So what I thought about talking about was types of journals and their benefits. There are 16 on this packet of paper here. This is a packet. Some of them I will explain, and I might have to read a little bit, but journaling is something that I do all the time because it is very therapeutic for me. What sits in my head when I'm sitting there with all the thoughts, all the racing thoughts, all the ruminating thoughts, what's sitting in here needs to come out. And if I'm not in therapy, then it's got to come out some way. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 journals, I think. I have a therapist who has a ton of them. But my journals are everyday writing. When I get to it, I don't write every single day. If things get a little out of sorts for me, then I'll write, which things get out of sorts pretty good for me. I have a dream journal. The reason I have a dream journal is because when I got out of the hospital, and when I was in the hospital, I was having very, very scary, horrid, terrible, I can't even explain it. They were horrible. People dying, blood, all the stuff that's gross in the movies. That's kind of dreams I was having. So they put me on a medication, and that helped with the dreams. But I still get dreams. I don't get really bad dreams anymore, but I still dream. And I write down in the journal. There's only a little block in the bottom of the journal for me to write. Guess I should have brought those journals over so I could show you, but that's okay. They're sitting on my bed, whatever. I also have a junk journal. My junk journal, I just, if people ask for something, I'll rip a piece of paper out and I'll write it down for them. It's just a junk journal, just like everybody in the world has a junk drawer. Somewhere in their house there is a junk drawer, unless you're the rich and the famous and you have enough room for everything in your big old mansion. I have a gratitude journal. You gotta think, you gotta remember, even though you're going through a rough time, remember that there are good things out there. People who help you, places that help you, people who love you and care about you. Just be grateful for everything that you do have, because there are people out there that don't have that. So I write in my gratitude journal every time something nice happens. I don't like people to give me stuff, but when people give me stuff or buy something for me, it goes into the gratitude journal. If I just have a good day and people are talking nice to me or giving me good feedback, or I write that in my gratitude journal. It's something that helps me to realize things aren't as bad for me as what I think it is. Y'all know I talked about my trip to LA and then to my daughter's house in Northern California. So grateful that I did that, because I have never in my life been out there. I've never been on a plane so long in my life. Holy crap. It gave me courage. It gave me courage and the love from the people that I met there. Amazing. They're a special bunch of people. The concert that I saw, Messer, oh, I can't even explain that. It was so beautiful. He was beautiful. Everything he did was right. Everybody enjoyed him so much. That went into my gratitude journal. Being able to make that trip, being able to meet everybody, being able to see such a, in my eyes, he's a perfect person. He cares about people. He's very genuine. Despite the fact that he grew up with, sorry, that he grew up with anxiety, bad anxiety, it didn't stop him. He's so freaking, he's just amazing, amazing, amazing. Can't say it enough. But okay, and enough on that gratitude journal shit. That's the kind of things that I put in the gratitude journal. Those of you who I met, thank you. Wonderful, wonderful people. Gratitude journal. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to read what kind of journals there are. These are just suggestions. They're not, oh, you have to go and get and do a journal and do it on this, do it on that. Okay, this first one, I'm going to read the whole thing for you because honestly, I forget what it means. Okay, it says a blank notebook journal. If you generally feel inspired to write, a blank notebook journal is perfect. It's a small safe space that fits in your bag and you can enter it whenever you want to share what's on your mind. If you have to have more serious if you happen to have more serious aspirations with your writing, like publishing, then leave that to your computer or another book, as your blank journal should specifically serve just one purpose, journaling. So yeah, I remember her talking about that yesterday. It's like it said, it's a little journal, just a little one. It doesn't have to be real big. Just something that you put into your purse or your pocket or, whatever. And if something happens and you need to write it out, or, if something good happens, bad, doesn't matter, and you want to write that down, you have that little journal there that you can write it down. And then later on, if it fits one of your journals, then go ahead and write all about it. Because journaling gets it out of here. Some people will journal and they'll throw it away afterwards, like write letters in their journal, and then, or me, I'm kind of a fire buff. I like to, when I write letters to people that I don't talk to or don't want to talk to, I will write letters out and then I will burn them. So it's like I got it out of my system and then I got rid of it. So that's what I do when I do something like write a letter. And I think that blank notebook journal is very good idea. I think I'm going to go and get one. I don't have a small one that I can fit in my purse or anything, but I'm going to go find one. The next journal, Dream Journal, which I told you I have. Okay, your Dream Journal. The reason I kept it was those nightmares. I didn't even start. I didn't even start the journal. What I did was got up in the middle of the night. Sorry, I'm trying to shut this stupid computer down. I started waking up in the night with the scariest dreams that I could dream of. And sometimes I was the villain in it. Sometimes there were other people in it that were the villain. And I would just this is so stupid. I would wake up, I would run across the room, I would pull a piece of paper out, rip it off, just rip a piece of paper off, and I would write down what I just dreamt of. And let me tell you what, some of them were scary as hell. It's something I wouldn't ever do. I have one that I can't get out of my mind, and I'm not going to say about it, but just let's say I was the villain in it. I was the dark angel, if that's what you want to call it. But yeah. And then after my dreams started to go from scary to just regular human dreams, then I slowed down because I wasn't dreaming all the time anymore. I do still write in it when I dream. Sometimes I wake up and I don't remember the dream, so I can't write anything. So I just fill out the rest of it, because in my dream journal, hold on, I grab it. Okay. Now, in my dream journal, I don't know if you can read it. It says nightly notes. Now, I'm not going to open it up to one of my scary dreams, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. See, it's got different sections. Write what you're grateful for, how's it go? A good thing that happened, a bad thing that happened, what you're thankful for, what you're going to do the next day, your dreams down here in the bottom. This big square is for the dreams, and this big square is for thoughts. That's my dream journal. I keep that close at hand because you never know what I'm going to dream. This journal here. This journal is my whatever's going on in the day journal. I carry all my journals with me because I never know when something's going to happen. Like I was at therapy the one day, and something really got to me, and I went out and sat. And I did 3.5, 4 pages of journaling because I couldn't deal with what was going on in my head at the time. Junk journal. Like I said, that's just stuff. My junk journal, I wrote down like all my confirmations from going out to LA. I wrote down all my ticket information. I write things down from, I'm not sure if y'all know, Brene Brown. She's YouTube. She's a TED talker. But I think she's some kind of therapist. But you should look her up, Brene Brown. We'll watch TED Talks, and in those TED Talks, she really gets deep. She don't even play, but I'll use the junk one to just jot down notes so I remember, what she said and what I wanted to know about. What's that? See, here's one. I just ran into one. I have no idea what it means. Nothing. No idea. Something about money in a car, and yeah, at the bottom it says, please help. And that's not even my handwriting. That's not even my handwriting. So yeah, that's my junk. That's my junk one. I just write things down, things I have to remember. This here, this was a challenge. I was given the word climate, and they wanted 20 words that you could get from climate. I think I got 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got 23. And I still was going. I still was seeing more, but that was a test for me. That's my junk journal. That's what a junk journal's all about. Just whatever. Okay, this journal here, this is my gratitude journal, which I have been slacking with. I wrote in here that I was grateful I got to send a cameo or buy a cameo from Mitch, that he was worth the money. This is just some stuff I'm grateful for, which I'm going to have to start. I'm going to have to hit this today and get it going. And these are just blank journals right here, right now. Of course, I will find a thing to... I want to get a health journal. I want to get... I don't even know. I just want to get... I know, a health journal. This one here is kind of spiritual thing for me. It's not like a Bible. It's not like religion. But what I have in it so far is I enjoy reading about stones and auras and, spiritual stuff. Stones, crystals. Yeah, I have some crystals and whatever, and no, that does not make me weird. Does not make me a witch. Does not make me a bad person. It's just something that I like. Something that I like to do. So I'm going to get a journal for that too. Okay, they have here artistic journal. And it says it's not only for artists. I know it said that it had, okay, that is just basically, keeping your anything artistic. Say you go to a museum, you want to write that down. You want to write down what you saw, your impressions on it, blah blah blah. An art journal benefits releasing your creativity, your creative energy, preserving creative artistic ideas, preserving your memories from cultural events. That's what I was just talking about. Yeah. Okay. Here's the gratitude journal. Okay. Your gratitude journal. Let's talk about your gratitude journal. Like I did say, gratitude journal is something that you write in to help you through a bad day or just to document a good day. Here are the benefits of a gratitude journal. It improves mental health. It helps you keep your focus on what's positive, even when you're going through a rough period. See, that's what I'm saying. Reduces stress and anxiety as it helps you shift your attention to the good things. So if you're having a terrible, terrible day, get that gratitude journal out and write in it what you have that's good, not what you have that's bad, because that's defeating the purpose. It helps you to get, sometimes, I'm not saying always, but sometimes it'll help you to get out of that mood, out of that headspace that's dragging you down. Sometimes it'll work for you. And then the last one helps you improve relationships as it helps you become more empathetic. Yeah. Okay. Next, a reading journal. This I wasn't really paying attention on this one because it didn't really, but this one is the benefits of a reading journal. Like if you go have a book club you go to, or you read and the book inspires you, or you read and the book does not inspire you, can write about this stuff. What's good, what's bad. Reading journaling benefits: keeping all quotes you find important and useful in one place, keeping a log of all the books you read for quick reference. You're always ready for the book club session. Who is it best for? Reading enthusiasts, book club members. That one's all. Put that in there. Let's go to our next one. Okay, number 7, travel journal. That explains itself. If you travel, that's what I'm going to make one of those extra ones. I'm going to make it a travel journal. A lot of people, they'll put their pictures, their posts, everything up on Facebook and on Instagram and whatever. Which, that's up to you. You want to do that, you do that. But you can also keep track of everything in a travel journal. That's what I'm going to do because of my trip to California to see Messer. I'll mention that anytime I can. Messer. People will, well, like I said, it's self-explanatory. It's for people. Okay, it's a fun and creative way of preserving memories from a journey. That's what I would do. Helps you reduce packing anxiety, as everything you need to check in one place: numbers, addresses, packing lists, shopping lists, etc. And don't depend on your mobile phone battery for that kind of information if you have it all written down. And see, that's what I did in my junk journal. I wrote a bunch of things down from my the tickets to where I was laying over, where I was, how long I was going to be on. I wrote all this shit down. in that junk journal. So I was walking around with that junk journal just about every day, trying to, did I get this right? Did I get that? I was so scared. So scared. My phone is ringing. Hold on. The next one. Oh, here's the last one for that travel journal. Everyone, even if you don't travel so often or so far from home, it's still great to give your journals this note of special importance. So, doesn't matter. Go out to dinner, put in your travel journal. You go to say me, I'd go to Hershey Park. There you go, there's a travel. I put that in a travel journal. Some people are gardeners, or they plant, or whatever. It's a plant journal, garden diary. Keeping track of your garden throughout the season, keeping track of your plant's progress. So for me, I am a gardener. I love to garden. So yeah, I didn't have to keep a garden journal because I knew, and I didn't even think of it. It didn't even pop into my head. I just knew my garden in and out. So let's put it this way: pumpkins. I grew pumpkins the one year. Not many people grow pumpkins. Only farms usually do. But they come in and of course, they're a traveling plant. They take up a whole lot of room. So I had to do some cutting off of them. But just going out every single day, I knew where every pumpkin was. I knew where every sprout was. I knew, my tomatoes. I knew just by looking at them, just by looking at the stalks, which was which. The peppers, I did peppers. Oh my God, I did peppers. I did bell peppers to ghost peppers. I made a sauce with the ghost peppers, but everyone's too afraid to eat it, so I think I threw it away. Yeah, just everything. I had asparagus, I had green beans, peas, carrots, watermelon. Yeah, just all of it. I mean, I didn't need a journal for that. And maybe I would have one if I had a garden now, to keep track of what I was seeing on what day. This one, it says, okay, the gardening one says, what I'm reading to you is just some pinpoints of, what. I'm not reading the whole papers, I'm just reading the little pinpoints. Gardening journaling benefits: keeping track of your garden throughout the seasons, keeping track of your plant's progress. So pretty much what I said. Who is it best for? Gardening enthusiasts, those who start growing more of their own produce, which that's what I did. I grew produce. I grew my produce. I just said a whole bunch of it. And I even grew tea, which was pretty great. I loved growing the tea. Okay, and the next one is a project journal. Here's your pinpoints. Add photos, indicate which materials you use, how big was the budget, describe the procedure, mention potential problems that you had to resolve and how you solved them. Write down ideas for future DIY projects. That one doesn't, I don't even care. I wasn't really interested in that one. Fitness journal. Okay, so I don't know. You probably work out, you probably do exercise. I'm not one that does exercise. I have to I have to really be pushed into it. I was supposed to go to yoga today. I don't think I'm going because I got a little much going on here. Here's some pinpoints. Okay, long and slow distance training, tempo training, strength training, and stretching sessions, and so on. Fitness journaling benefits. Keeping track of your process by writing down your accomplishments after every training session. If you're really into, working out and training, it'd be good for you. If I was like that, I probably wouldn't write it down unless I desperately needed to. Now here's, who is it best for? A true fitness enthusiast, those who actually have a hard time exercising continuously, those who only just begun working out and need some guidance and additional motivation, those who have a clear goal they want to achieve through training. Example, weight loss, half a marathon, lifting 220 pounds, etc. Okay, now here's your pocket journal. Yeah. Okay, your pocket journal is just a small one that I talked about before. I think it was the beginning of the papers, actually. A pocket journal benefits anybody. Write down your thoughts and ideas anywhere, anytime. It doesn't matter if you're on a bus, on a train, on a plane. If you get an idea and you have that pocket journal, you write it down so you don't forget it. That's what I have to get. I have to get a pocket journal because I think of a lot of things when I'm, when I was traveling, I was thinking about a lot of things, and really would have been nice to write it down, but I didn't want to pull my journals out, so don't ask me why. Here's your personal junk journal. That's what I got, that one journal. Its benefits, an excellent way to vent your stress and negative energy. A coping tool for challenging times. It's best for people going through rough episodes, those experiencing stress. It just seems if you write it down, it's so much better. It's like you're pulling it right out of you. You know, the sadness out of your chest, the anger that you're feeling, and everything, all that shit just running around through your head. I know I shouldn't have said that word, but oh well. Poetry journal. This is for people who are very poetic. I don't think I have to really say much about that, except if you have a journal, you can keep track of your poems that you think of, that, it's a good place to put your poetry and anything that you think to write down, thoughts, emotions, etc. And it keeps your poems in one place. Okay, now this I'm going to read to you because I literally had to look it up on the internet when she was talking about it, because it's a really weird really weird name. What it says here is what I wish my life was. Pray Rain Journal. What would you think that was? I mean, I have no idea. But it says, among the different types of journals to keep, you may find this one that's quite unusual. Keeping a Pray Rain journal may not work out for you, but it's very interesting to try out. You know how sometimes you just wander down the lane of thoughts about your life and imagine how it could be, and how sometimes And how sometimes, sorry, I was in the wrong page. You're happy with the way things are, but sometimes you want things to be different. Want a Pray Rain journal. It's used to describe your life the way you'd like it to be, but as if it already is that way. You can imagine one goal, buying your own apartment, for example, and then write about it in your life. What's the first thing you bought? What's the first thing you bought it for it? What's the apartment like? How did you paint the walls? How do you feel in it? Your goal can also be more abstract, like becoming more productive or learning how to set healthy boundaries. Then you imagine what that looks like in a specific situation. How does the new you behave at work? What do you say to people? How do you spend your days? The important thing is not to use ifs, but to write it as if it's already happening. Really, that I understand it, but I just don't understand the name. I don't think any of us there understood the name. But benefits of a Pray Rain journaling helps you understand your goals better, helps you think about the consequences of your actions and your feelings after achieving a certain goal. And who it's best for: those who are unsure of their goals and wishes, those who don't think their intentions through. And an ideas journal. That self-explanatory. Keeping your ideas in one place, connecting a different idea into one big plan, boosting your creativity. And who it's best for is creatives, basically anyone who needs blank space to organize everything their mind produces. So yeah, I know somebody who has an ideas journal, and it's just written all, it's not like, I don't know if they call it that. I don't know if they call it the ideas journal, but it's a journal that they just write everything in, draw pictures, write things, write ideas that are just coming out of their head. Of course, this person's bipolar, so, it's when they're in their manic mode, they write it down. A letter journal. This is one that I'm going to keep as a letter journal. Helps you reflect better on your life and relationships with other people. Who it's best for: anyone who wants to connect with themselves more deeply, those who are more introspective types. So, your letter journal, this type of journal is a sort of therapy in itself. You don't always have to exchange letters with people, as you can use them to reflect on yourself, your past, your present, your future relationships. Use your letter journal to write letters to yourself, a letter to your future self, or the 15-year-old you. Write a letter to your parents, your best friend, your partner, or your children. Maybe someday you'll show it to them. Maybe not. It's your call. Even if they're not sent, writing letters to yourself and others promotes mindful and self-reflection. That's what I did when I wrote to my little boys, if you saw that. I'm not sure if y'all saw it or whatever, but I wrote a letter to my two children who passed away in 1993 and 2000. So let me tell you what, it made me cry while I was writing it. I mean, I wasn't crying, but my eyes were misty. Then I read it. I got enough guts to read it. And I was like, okay, I got through it, and everybody's like, oh my God, that is so good. Holy crap, oh my God. And I was getting all these good feedback from everybody, and I just put my head down, and the tears started to come out. And I just stayed there doing that, writing letters to people and not giving them to them. It's not a stupid thing. It's something that is very therapeutic. It helps you get things out of your head and out of your heart. Oh, So yeah, there goes my journaling. Yeah, if you give it a try and you want to talk about it, I'm here. Just leave a message in the comments and I can get back to you. If you could like and subscribe to this, I would really, really appreciate it. I'm starting to get a few views here, and I just started back up, so I'm trying to get my subscribers up. So if you could share this, that would be really great. So yeah, you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.